Hello all and welcome to my channel. If you're like me and you live in Florida, you're probably wondering what in the world is going on with the homeowners insurance. In the news, there's constant reports about companies leaving, people getting kicked out of their policy, and the premium prices are getting sky high. Stay tuned, I'm gonna reveal exactly what's going on and who's to blame for the increase. So since 2017, 11 insurance companies had liquidated and 5 of those in 2022. Now the confusing part is this. Florida only has 9% of the nationwide claims. So you're thinking, why is it a problem? Well, they account for 79% of the lawsuits. Now that's where the problem lies. And when it comes to these lawsuits, you might be thinking, well, who's suing them? It's the roofers. You probably notice, and I hate when I say this every single time, they come knocking on your door and they leave the roofer cards on your door. It is extremely annoying, but for them, it's lucrative. And I never understood why. I seen people on my block, neighbors, there's probably like 1 or 2 houses starting to get a roof, then 3 or 4, then 5. The next thing you know, my whole block has a new roof. I felt left out and didn't understand why they were getting a new roof when their roofs seemed to be in perfect condition. But then I did research, and this is why. So insurance companies are leaving Florida because of what these tactics the roofers are doing. The first thing they're doing is, of course, they're going on your door and they're knocking. And what they're telling you is, you could get yourself a new roof because they examined it and they see your roof has so much damages, it could get replaced. Now, if you're a homeowner and you hear the word free, especially your roof, you're gonna consider this. But this is where things get icky. What the roofer does after they make an assessment is, they tell you you can get it for free by doing this, by filling out what they call an assignment of benefit, which is allowing the roofer to put the claim on your behalf to the insurance company. Now, there's a good thing about that and there's a bad thing about that. If you hang on tight, I will reveal why. So once you fill out that form, now what the insurance company does is they come and examine your roof. If they don't agree with the contractor, then the contractor turns around and files a lawsuit for the complete payout. This is where the trouble lies. The insurance company has a choice. Number one, whether they go to court and they fight this. But this is the part that doesn't seem well for insurance companies. Once they do that and they lose, they would need to pay the attorney fees of the plaintiff, which is the contractor. So what most insurance companies do is, rather than going to court and paying all these fees and fighting it, they just write the check. Now the contractors know they are gonna write this check. That's why they're continually knocking on doors, finding little issues in your home. And if you notice, if there ever is like a hailstorm around your area and your roof seems fine, that's usually when they're the most active, because they know they can get the claims because they could say we had hail and there's hail damage on your roof. So insurance companies, quite honest with you, they had enough. And what they did was they completely stopped renewing policies, or they just left Florida, which is causing our premiums to be sky high. If you're someone out there who got removed from your policy, please drop a comment below and let me know what was the experience. Also, has a roofer knocked on your door and replaced your roof for free? How was your experience? Did you have any trouble? Leave a comment below as well and please let me know. Now, there have been bills that passed in Florida that's trying to help reduce all these crooked roofers that are going out there making these false claims. Now, this bill addressed the number one problem they were having, which was the assignment of benefits. As of January 1st, 2023, that is extremely prohibited. You can't transfer the ability for a contractor to put a claim on your behalf with your insurance company. Now, this is where it's a good thing and a bad thing. There is a lot of insurance companies out there that it's so hard to get a claim approved with them. And a lot of times, they just won't. I had a neighbor that actually had a roof leaking. I mean, it was leaking and I got no idea how they rejected their claim. Now they turned around and gotten a contractor, and the contractor went out there, they fought for them, and they got their roof replaced. Now that's a good case scenario, but unfortunately there's a lot of other contractors out there that are very, very shysty. And this is important as well that I want you to know about this assignment of benefit. Number one, it's not always best to use a contractor. You might want to go through your insurance company. This is the reason why. If you actually have true damage on your roof and they do approve you on your claim, they basically gonna write you a check. The check to what they feel like the cost of the repair might be. If you get that check, now you are in a position of power, which means you can negotiate with any of these roofers out there, and it's a good possibility you can get it for less than what the check was written out for, and you get to pocket the rest. They know if you give them the power to put in the claim, they're not gonna give you a discount. They're gonna charge the most that they can in order for them to get a bigger check from the insurance company. So that's where you really don't wanna get into this messy territory with using contractors. If you have a legit claim, go through your insurance provider. If you're gaining any value from this video, I really would appreciate it if you hit the like and the subscribe. Now, as Floridians, we know the number one problem we have with these insurance companies is the age of your roof. This new bill that came out got rid of all that. If your roof is less than 15 years old, they cannot deny you of a policy, which is great news because when I bought my home, I was really afraid that they were not gonna give me an insurance policy and I would have to get the roof replaced on my dime. And it's worrisome because mortgage companies would not give you a mortgage and you will be in violation of your mortgage if you don't have homeowners insurance. So as you see, they have all the power in Florida because they know you need to pay up, because if you don't pay up, you will have bigger problems with your mortgage company and you do not want to lose your house over the fact of you not being able to pay for homeowners insurance. I'm really hoping these insurance companies with their changes decide to stay in Florida because they do have an option now. They could choose to accept this or flat out just leave, which is going to leave a lot of us Floridians with homes in a very, very bad bind. Now, I'm not going to lie, I had thought about this. Is it time to leave Florida? This was supposed to be a state where living here was cheap, but we're starting to see the prices of homes are not cheap anymore, and paying for this extremely high price of insurance is getting worrisome. Are you considering it as well? Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about all this homeowners insurance issues going on in Florida.